Welcome to a new term. I want to do a walkthrough of where you can find things for Mrs. Schaefer's classes. So the first thing is start in Blackboard. That's a landing spot, and then we're going to branch out from there. So you'll go from Blackboard for my class to Google Classroom, Remind, and then there might be some other websites depending on the course. The foods courses will have one called ICEV. When it's available, you'll see the link to register in Blackboard. And other courses, just check as needed. So once you've gone to Blackboard, you're then going to go to Remind. That's the text messaging system that we can use to reach each other, communicate, so that will be available. And then you'll use Google Classroom for everything. Your assignments will be turned in here, assignments will be posted here, some will be in ICEV, but for the most part, Google Classroom. Grades will only be in PowerSchool, so do not worry about any grades that you might see in any others. Those are the ones that just happen automatically through Blackboard and Google that don't have any bearing on your report card. When you're in Google Classroom, the stream can get really full because every time a document or assignment is posted, it goes there. I would not go there. I would just go right up here to classwork and pay attention to what's here. There are papers for parents and students, some assignments, and then these two at the top you'll be using every day. Pacing guide and entry and exit work. Pacing guide is, I'll open this one over here. Pacing guide for foods class this term is going to look different than what pacing guides have been in the past for my classes. In the past in foods class, we had a week at a time schedule with everything due Friday night. That was really holding some students back. And some students were working out of order because they would do something for Monday when they didn't have things from last Wednesday and Thursday done. So they were jumping to today and doing today without doing the back work. So they were trying to do knife skills before knife safety. That's not okay. So this time we're going to do it in one document that goes in order, and you are just going to check it off as you go. For the first few days, we are on Mrs. Schaefer's pace because I have some important things that everybody needs to go through. And that's these first few boxes, and I put due with Mrs. Schaefer. And these will change. I need to move some things around because we didn't quite get to all of them today. So check your pacing guide these first few days to see where we are and what we've gotten done. Text or email when you have questions. Using Remind is super quick and easy. It pops up on my screen and I can get back to you. So we did a welcome. We did just a fun activity. What would you take if you were in an emergency? And I had a list of items and I got to know names. And if you go by a nickname, so if you weren't in class, you need to text me. If you are a Rebecca who goes by Becca, let me know and let me know how you spell it. Then we went through the pacing guide and the entry and exit page, which I'm doing with you right now. One thing I want you to be sure to know is you're not turning these in. These are documents for you to work with daily, and you need to be in outline view. So if you go up here to view, show document outline, you should see this list. If you see this little icon, just click on it and then you have this list. This will give you places where you can just jump to whatever week you're on. And these are approximate because, again, you're going to be working at your own pace, whether you're a 1, 2, 3, or 4 option, to try and let you move ahead if needed and to try and keep you in sequence. That being said, we might have to go back to the weekly version if this is a disaster. Students are going to get points for working. Employability skills. When you're on the job, your employer wants you to be on time, productive, accomplishing your task at hand. So that's what your employability points are. It's like your paycheck. If you're not making forward progress every day, you're not getting your points. It's not how fast you go, but are you making forward, diligent progress? If you're at the spot that says do the vocab review on quizzes, then you should do the vocab review on quizzes and not spend all period on YouTube or whatever. So make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to be doing it. If you are self-paced at home, you need to plan 90 minutes to be working on things for class. We're going to try it for about 2 weeks, see how it's going. I know some students get really freaked out when they don't have hard due dates. We'll see how it goes so that you can work at your own pace. And then use these guides so that you can see at week 5, you should be about at that spot. And you can jump to it and see, and like, oh gosh, if I'm not there, I need to pick up the pace or I need to get help, whatever you need to do. So we'll see how that goes. This next part, we haven't gone through these yet, but the papers are in the Google Classroom. There's going to be a Google form for parents and students to digitally attest to understanding them. Let me know if there's any questions. The orientation, that's what this video is for. So option 3 and 4 students, you either came to class and got it, or you're watching this video to get it. Items in blue in the pacing guide are things that need to get turned in for points. Digital name tags can be the first one of those. I might be adjusting the due date depending on how class goes on Tuesday. Today, Monday, we had lots of technical issues and new students coming in at the last minute, so we'll see. We're going to do a review game with the online expectations, late work, those policies. And so if you're not in class, you'll have instructions that will come out later on that. Thanksgiving schedule, Tuesday we'll continue on whatever we didn't get to on Monday. And then you're going to move at your own pace. And here's how you use this chart. You're going to color in these boxes when you have these items done. So here's an example. Brush your teeth. I did that today, so I checked it off by filling this box in purple. And here's one for you to practice on. Got out of bed, got dressed, and doing school. If you did that, you're going to fill in the box. So you just highlight it, you go up to the paint bucket, and you are going to dump in that box whatever color you want to tell me it's done. If you did the chat poll today, you're going to color in that box. If you got into the Google Classroom, color in that box, and so on. Don't color in a box that you haven't done. I had a student today who filled in this box like, you don't even know what the name tag is yet, and we have not shared them, so do not color in that box. Okay? If you don't see the paint bucket up here, somewhere on student screens, I've been told there's 3 little dots, and you click on them to get this toolbar to come up. So that's this page, pacing guide. For the first few days, you're on Ms. Schaefer's pace. After that, you are going to be in your own pace. When you get to something that's red and says stop, don't go any further. That means Mrs. Schaefer is not ready for you to move on yet. There might be some more instruction or something that you need before you go further. Okay, then the entry and exit work. Every day you have entry and exit. You will have a number and some tasks to do. So your class number, I gave those out in class today. If you weren't here, you need to text me and find out your number. Your name is going to go in the next column. Every day there's a chat poll or entry task to respond to. Today's was, which option did you choose, 1, 2, 3, or 4 for online school? And with one word, how are you feeling right now? So you're going to fill those in. What is your target for today? For these first couple days, it's orientation. You're on Mrs. Schaefer's schedule, you're doing orientation. In the future, you'll need to look ahead at what you're doing and decide what is it I'm supposed to be getting out of this work today. Maybe it's safety and sanitation rules. Maybe it's how to roast a chicken, whatever it is. And then at the end of class, so at the end of 90 minutes, what did you work on? How far did you get? What troubles did you have? What questions do you have? So that I can gauge how far you're going. I'm going to add what questions do you have? So we can do some troubleshooting and I can just kind of get a temperature of how it's going. Okay, so here's an example. Example in yellow. My name, I am option 1 and I'm eager. I'm learning how to hold a knife properly and cut vegetables to the correct size and shape. And I got done today, knife skills sections 2 and 3, but the website was blocked. So I might say, but a website was blocked, whatever, there might be troubles. For you guys all today, you're going to put right here, orientation, and then you're going to put here what you got done. Did you get the Google Classroom done? Did you get the Remind done? Did you, whatever. Okay, so let me go through my list. If there's anything else I need to show you or tell you. Got Google Classroom. I got to sneeze. Phew. Excuse me. Wow. Okay, that's reality of online virtual teaching. We had audio troubles today and sneezing and all kinds of things. Submit your work in Google Classroom or ICEV if you're in foods. Tests and quizzes. Things will be on the pacing guide. ICEV has quizzes that come up. You have student notes and activities to do, and then there will be a quiz. Do not take the quiz until you've done the work leading up to it. I will not put in quiz and test scores if the work up to them hasn't been done. Some people wonder why they get a 40% and they didn't do the work leading up to it. That's why. You do the work and then, wow, your score is more like a 90 or 100%. Check PowerSchool regularly. I recommend you checking them on Tuesdays. That gives you the rest of the week to work with your teachers and get things taken care of. A lot of people check them on Friday and then they get grounded for the weekend if their grades are bad. Well, if you check them on Tuesday, you can get it all done before the weekend. So set an alarm or something so you check your grades. Attendance. I must see progress. You guys are 1s and 2s. You have to be here. You have to be here on time. 10 minutes late means absent. And if you're a 3 or 4, I have to see regular progress every single week or you get marked absent, and then people have to start making phone calls to find you and emails to see what's going on. So just be working, showing up. Contact me, Remind, and email. And you guys that are options 3 and 4, please come to class. You are totally welcome to come. I would love to have you come. It gives more conversation to the group. It helps you to know what we're doing. It helps you stay motivated. It helps you have a friend group. Just come. Even if you haven't come very often, you can pop in anytime. Nobody in class is noticing if there's extra people there or not. Nobody knows. So just show up. Don't be embarrassed about coming. Just come. I'm available for Zoom sessions before school, between 2nd and 3rd, and after school. You can email me, cschafer@cvsd.org. It's CSCHAFER. A lot of people spell my name wrong, so double check. And don't use the 356 email to reach your teachers. A lot of us never even check that. That's a student email. I do not use Blackboard for any communication. Google Classroom is where your school information is. There will be a Google form coming regarding all those important papers for parents and students. And I think that's it. Pacing guide, entry exit task, using the outline view, checking PowerSchool, and using Remind and email. Do not get frustrated. Ask for help. It's super easy to help you really quickly at the beginning before weeks and weeks go by. So I'm looking forward to trying this new system and seeing how it works, letting you guys just move forward at your own pace. If there's difficulties, please let me know and read through those papers in the Google Classroom under Papers for Parents and Students. We're going to be going through those in class more in the next couple days. So if you're not in class, you've got to read through them really carefully on your own and ask questions where you need help. Digital name tag we will work on in class Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. All right. I hope you have a great day. One day done from second quarter. Nice job, you guys.